Yo, grand afternoon. Conscious Outlaw Media in the house. This is a recorded space. Right now it is 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, April 25th. We're having a discussion about the Uhuru Operative Sankofa Minister of Propaganda and Agitation. Coming up in just a second, brother. I got your request. I don't know why it's not letting me bring you up. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's... Okay, I sent you the invite. See if it let you pick up now. There you go. Greetings, family.
Hey, greetings. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, man.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm gonna just as we flow through, um, go over just a few things that I've tweeted out and stuff. But yeah, man, uh, this stuff wild. It's real wild how the stuff been turned out. So yeah, man. The minister of something or another here. I can't look at my phone right now. I will be able.
It's the minister, the Uhuru Operative Sankofa Minister of Propaganda and Agitation. So nothing that I'm doing or saying is a lie. Just to make sure, I'm going to clarify that up. These things I've had verified by the specific operative. He told me months ago that he is an inactive, good standing, high ranking official in Uhuru. And
And
he just recently stopped dealing with them within the past year to year and a half after being years upon years of working as an Uhuru high ranking official.
my research says his affiliation with now let's get the name right too because he got some it's a ASP something. Do you know what I'm talking about? The organization. Uh,
I know the one was Agitprop. That
no,
was the actual, not that one.
Agipop was a department in an organization. What was the name of that organization?
Hold on, let me get it. I'm gonna go. Yeah, we got some receipts for the jumbotron for people that actually come into the space, but this is recorded for posterity. Actual receipts. We'll also go on YouTube channels and all of that like that. Hold on, let me get that.
Damn, I gotta take a call, but I'll be right back.
Oh, I'm here. And I see my people in the audience just hang in here. I don't want nobody getting caught up in any backlash or anything. This is my personal thing because this individual has identified himself as an agitator and a propagandist, and they have sneakily came into tribe spaces and they have tried to literally ingratiate themselves so that they could cause division within the family while calling themselves peacemaker. But I've heard him curse out women, all kind of things like that. You know, all the things that I was I guess you would say, accused of doing, he's done them, and he's actually came literally after me for no reason. I did nothing to this man. This man had my phone number. We had a good conversation. We had a semi working relationship. We talked, but for everything that I know, he constantly was taking information that I was giving him and running it to people that did not care much for me or did not want to work with me. And when I start calling him on that, he started becoming distant. And then all of a sudden, this situation aroused last Friday of him calling me a homosexual, going in all kinds of unsavory things, and literally being an agitator. So I'm gonna let you talk for a second, Leon. Hold on, but let me bring this out. So let me start, and I have a outline of this situation because this has been like a build up. So the Uhuru Operative, code name Sankofa, in the month of August, Operative Sankofa started coming into tribe spaces while we were organizing the pull-ups. At the time, nobody knew or trusted Operative Sankofa. The only person that knew of him was April Showers. Her and some of the people from the city had mass blocked him and did not trust him, one of those being Marooned OG. During a Yaya Ansley Sunday service, Operative Sankofa disrupted it because he was blocked by Maroon OG. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. This is a thing with him when people blocks him, because that's what caused the problem with Immortal in him, and that's where how we are here today. He wanted to know why he was blocked and why he was not trusted and why he was not a lot was not welcomed in and did not we didn't no one wanted him to be involved with the pull-ups. So what happened in the end in the back channel, I have receipts, I have text messages. A lot of people can verify the fact that he reached out to me and I eventually settled it between the miscommunication that was facilitated by April Showers by Operative Sankofa and Maroon OG. He's had my personal phone number since. All the way up to the day that he and Maroon OG actually pulled up, I was called into a conference call. I was called first, and I brought Yaya and Chef into this phone call because he was wondering if he was going to be able to do his pull up. So Operative Sankofa literally was working with me. Um, we were very gracious to each other. I did everything that he needed me to do. I think I even ran some flyers off for his pull ups, everything like that. So all of a sudden, you know, you do this walk down through the months all the way from last year to now, and he found a reason to disrespect my alderman in St. Louis. He said fuck her over a space. She's not Pan African. She's not Uhuru, but there was an Uhuru alderman. He made sure that he found a way to have an issue with me. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let Leon come up for a quick little second and let you talk real quick and help me round this out till brother Immortal can come back in. And like I said, this space is not gonna fill up with people, but people will listen. People will listen on their time, and that's why I want that to happen. I don't want to pressure anybody to come in here when they feel like somebody may try to stand them off or do something like that because they're just asking questions because I'm asking questions. Go ahead, Leon.
Yeah, what's going on, Conscious?
Nothing much, man. I know you wanted to add to this because you was actually there witnessing some of the distasteful behavior out of Operative Sankofa.
I did, and it really, I'll just go far back as when him and Immortal had a disagreement, and they finally got a chance to talk about it, and it wasn't. I'll just say the name. It was there. It was y'all. It was Immortals in y'all space, but it carried over to enough space, and but they kind of seemed like they finished it there. But I just didn't like how he was trying to be real loud, pragmatic to Immortal. Immortal wasn't yelling at him. Sankofa was the one doing all the yelling. And then I came off my mic because well, actually, I started going into the space comments, and I'm like, this is bullshit. And then Enough was like, well, if you got something to say, then say it. And I'm like, all right, I went up there and I did call out Sankofa because I didn't like how he was moving. And it was just how he was moving. It had nothing really personal to do with it. It's just how he was moving, how he was confronting his feelings, because he was all in his feelings, and I just think he didn't handle himself at that point. Nobody was trying to really like everybody was all against him or come after him. It's just how he handled it. But I did talk to Morno. More so they kind of did squash whatever they did, because it got, you know when you threaten somebody, man, that you got to take that seriously. Especially when you threaten bodily harm. You gotta take that seriously, man. And that's what Sankofa did. And I heard him admit it, that he said what he said, and he was 10 toes down on it. He's like, "Yeah, I said what I said, and I'm standing on my square on it." So, like, right then and there, dude, you kind of just set yourself up for that. And then it was just, it could have been diffused a little bit better. And come to find out from that, I guess he must have been saying stuff, and then I got him and carry it, and well, me and Westside, we still beefing because of what happened with Yaya, but me and Yaya squashed that. So even that little incident that, when I got ran up on the tribe, that's deaded, because I is my heart was in the right place, but I shouldn't have did what I did, and like I said, that was squashed. Now we at a different point. My outlook at it on this point is, you know what? I'm actually getting too old for a lot of this kitty shit. So I mean, if that's where they at, that's where they at. Matter of fact, I'm at a point I don't want y'all to move with me, and I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all gonna get me killed. Now I'm gonna say it. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I can't roll some of them. I can't roll with because y'all reckless. It ain't even about being messy. Y'all just pure reckless. In my eyes. Y'all might not be, but in my eyes, you reckless. I have a certain way to move that I move, and I can't have nobody disrupting that shit. I understand how conscious move, even though maybe me and conscious might not move the same way, but he understands how I move. I understand how he moves, and we respect each other on that. Same way with Immortal, you know, and it's all about respect. And some of these niggas ain't got no respect on this platform. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. They don't. I mean, if we all supposed to be together, we both be all fighting for reparations. Then put your money where your mouth is. Then let's do this. Let's But there's too many young niggas got animosity for old heads like us. We seen this shit before. We been there before. I mean, some been there more than others. Like, that's why I don't understand how they could come at my boy Conscious. My boy, he did his thing. He has experience. Immortal has experience. You know, and all we try to do is just give the young ones that knowledge. But if y'all don't want to receive the knowledge, that's cool. But you don't have to be ignorant about it either. And I'll land there.
I appreciate that, Leon. Immortal's back here. So, Immortal, I had already read to you the lead up to everything, but I'll revisit if you want to hear it. But basically, I'm just gonna lay the timeline out of the time when Uhuru Operative Sankofa Minister of Propaganda in good standing with Uhuru that is just an inactive member, how he's been acting ever since he came into our spaces around August, around the time that the pull-ups were being organized. That was just uncanny timing. And it was kind of weird. He came via April, and like I said, we tried to be cool and work with him. He really came through me. Like I got to take responsibility for this guy. He came through me. He got my phone number. He started coming to Sunday service. He started, like I say, I was the first person he called when his pull up in Baltimore wasn't going right. He called me at work. I actually ended up losing the job because I sat on a phone call in the bathroom with him, Chef, and Yaya for like 45 minutes, trying to make sure he got his pull up off. And the things I get is I'm dusty, fuck you, fuck y'all, you Uhuru owns St. Louis, fuck your alderman. That's what I got. That's my thanks for welcoming him with open arms and to be a part of something special that we was doing last September. That's the thanks I get. So, if I get disrespected when I did nothing to you, and you and Immortal had an issue, which is only over being blocked, that's why I'm gonna bring that back too. The block game, that is what started him, that caused a disruption in Yaya's Sunday service space last August. He was blocked by Maroon OG. He wanted to be a part of the Baltimore pull up. Maroon OG didn't want to mess with him. I got the back channel text with me and multi other people that organized the pull ups showing that I was going to smooth the situation out so he can be a part of the pull ups. Maroon didn't trust him. And I was like, unblock him, man, unblock him. Let y'all work this shit out. And they end up being cool behind the shit. But it's like, so you gonna piss on the nigga that built the bridge and then because another nigga blocked you? Like, I don't get it. So, Immortal, go ahead. You got it, man. We gonna lay this out. Like I said, I got time today, but I got other shit to do, and I'm only addressing this one fucking time. Cause I don't let agitators and propaganda ministers take on my town bullshit because that's their job. Go ahead, Immortal.
Greetings, man. Greetings. Yeah, man. So a lot of that part, I didn't even know. I didn't even know that he was being questioned. He was coordinating a lot of things at that time, and I was doing my part. But that was one of your part was to coordinate and things of that nature. And when issues like this come up, I know that you were trying to keep bad elements and keep down infighting and mess and stuff like that. So, and I already know you give people the benefit of the doubt, man. And so so yeah. But when I first started tripping off the dude, you know, for real, and I never even mentioned this, but when he started going to so many pull-ups, because I ain't want to be a hater. I'm like, damn, okay, he's stomping. I thought that was strange, but you know, that's just a little gut feeling I had. But I said, well, I don't know nothing about this dude. But I just thought that was strange. Anyway, uh, I also thought the name was strange. And I knew I had seen that name before, but I thought the name Tether Roney was strange because that's a play on words. See, that's another thing about this dude. Some of y'all, I ain't gonna, you have to decide. Don't, I ain't, the reason I'm not gonna put a name on this is because you have to decide if this is you. I can't figure out if it's you. I only know that some of y'all, this guy is above your pay grade. Because if he comes at you with a name like Tetheroni, and because that's a play on words of tenderoni, a young tender, a tenderoni, that's a play on words, a tether. So we know what that is. I'm talking about tether. He's Tetheroni. Think about it. Like this is it's like a to me that name just even means that I'm I'm embracing this term as myself, and I want it to be something good. You know what I'm saying? Tell it something good to be. You know. So that's his name just kind of weirded me out. So the next time, and like I said, I'm watching him do the pull ups. Well, I'm hate on him. I even gave him some props. I was like, damn, you one of the ones going out to all the pull ups, ain't you? Gave him his props for it. Ah, next was a little issue I had with Naheem because I needed to let people know that Naheem was not the business. That's not the business, and he just wasn't the business. And good people told me that whatever my problem with Naheem is, keep them. More than one person told me this. You know, don't make it about me. Make it about what you feel and what you got going on. Because a lot of people was telling me, I know what I'm doing. Some people was like, look, I know what I'm doing. So if you want to go in on dude, you do it. And so I was like, okay, respect that. So I said what I said. I said I don't trust this nigga. I don't like him. He got ulterior motives. He's this and that. And I think that was, you know,
That
uh,
was one of my spaces that happened in too.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Coincidentally.
And different people did give me pushback. You know, different people bless my people's heart because we are some of the most accepting and loving people, and we just if you take one step towards us, a lot of times we'll take 10 steps towards you, and that's what was a lot that I was felt was going on. It's like, okay, well, if we can turn him this Darth Vader to the good side of the force, then that'll be a good thing. And that's kind of like the vibe I was getting from people. Like, why are you being like this at a time like this? You know, and I was just like, nah, I don't trust the dude. But one person and everybody else kind of was like, all right, whatever. I feel this way, you feel that way, whatever. And they kind of left it alone. They didn't go in on me because I felt differently or whatever. But except for this dude did. He took it. He was like, oh, well, why are you saying this? I said, because I got gut feelings. I got this and that. Why? He wanted to know exactly how I made my determinations because I was speaking confidently. I ain't never took it back. And everything that I said is has borne itself out. And he wanted to know how did I know that? He wanted to know bad. And since I wouldn't divulge that, he was just took a nasty attitude towards me. So I blocked him. Months go by. I don't talk about that dude. I don't ask about that dude. I don't, before then, really the only thing I had said publicly about that dude was shout out to him for doing so many pull-ups. But you know, most recently, he hit me in the inbox. I'm like, oh, did you know that you had my account blocked? It might have been a mistake and this and that. And I was like, nah, fam. I was like, because first I was like, who is you? Because you got so many burners. And then the next thing, I said, oh, I know who you are. I was like, oh, fam, yeah, that ain't no mistake, man. But don't take it personal. That's in the text I gave him. Hey, man, look, it's not it's not personal, family. That nigga went off, started cussing me out in the DMs. Fuck me and all this kind of shit. I was like, hey, man, you know. So now all this shit is starting to add up. Now this shit is starting to add up. And I knew, I said that Uhuru button, don't push it. Don't push that Uhuru button on this boy because if you push this Uhuru button on this boy, it's gonna open up a whole fucking a can of worms that you know, I really don't want to bother with right now. I got other shit to do, and it's funny how that shit is played out. Uh, I've been working with conscious. I mean, I've been working with him. He one of the major factors in getting a local alderman installed after the debacle where uh, we had aldermen that were basically entrapment. Now, they took the money. That was stupid, but it was an entrapment. The Fed sent them there to do all this, and they got taken out. And so now we need to replace these people with people for the with some aldermen that's for the people. Help us get this money. Conscience was doing that. Help us get what money? The $1.2 billion that St. Louis just got flushed with. So we need aldermen that's going to cut. We live in an all black side of town, so we need those resources. So it's funny to me that as we going through doing those things here when the election came up, my brother Conscious helped her get the special election. She won, but then the regular election came up next this past uh, April.
Yeah, early this month, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and ended up losing by like 151 votes. So that's a case for another story. But all during this, you mad at me because I blocked you? All during this, you mad because what, dude? Like what? Like what do you want? Even in other spaces. Uh, I can remember one other time where he was like trying to engage with me. And I was just like, dude, I don't fuck with you. I just don't, nigga. I heard that I know, you know what I'm saying? You said you was Uhuru. He always liked to say, well, I told everybody,
But let me
okay.
pause right there where he said he told everybody. I'm gonna tell the whole family that's in here. Yeah, he told you, but he told you with the devil tongue because he told me that he is an inactive, high-ranking member. That don't when you tell me I'm an inactive, high-ranking member and I can reassume my position at any time. That don't mean that does not mean that you done with them. That means you can come back whenever you want or you got enough information to feed. That don't mean ain't no resignation letter. Davey asking for a resignation letter. He almost lost his shit. So I just wanted to make that clear when he tried to say to everybody and try to spin this narrative like, oh, I told y'all, nah. He didn't tell y'all, he didn't wear that on his chest. You know what I'm saying? He conveniently didn't show up on camera at the Freeman rally. If y'all don't remember, he was at every other rally, everybody else rally, but he conveniently didn't show up on camera that day. You know that I think that's kind of odd, and I just want to revisit this for everybody that wasn't in here. This is a one time thing. I'm not finna get messy with this shit. I'm not going back and forth with this with a whole bunch of other people. This man got on somebody else's stage and felt the need to call me out over his beef with somebody else. Using ageism and making homosexual epithets while he is a homosexual. Admittedly. So I just want everybody to know who this dude is. Y'all can deal with him however y'all want to deal with him. He divulges back channel conversations. If you tell him something, he gonna tell everybody when it's opportunistic for him. You know what I'm saying? So I just want y'all to know this. This is mess. We had the first reparations meeting last night in St. Louis for our task force here.
Don't tell him nothing. Don't tell him nothing.
Okay, no, I ain't
Don't
gonna
tell,
tell them
don't,
no more
don't,
than that.
don't, don't,
No, no, no.
don't
I'm
tell
just
him because,
no, 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 hold
because,
on. No,
but I
no.
get it.
I'm gonna tell them this because while everybody concerned about this nigga, why ain't we getting no help on what's going on here? Why we concerned about a nigga calling niggas names and saying what he gonna do to people? Only agents get on Twitter spaces and say what they will do to you and your family. You know why? Because they know there's no repercussions for them because they have immunity. And that's that Sir Major shit. Any one of us regular ass people start saying that shit, somebody coming to your door with simple battery or fourth degree assault or whatever they call it, terroristic threats. So anybody that can go off like that, you either just straight dumb radio, like you know who, I ain't gonna say his name, the retardo's Twitter, or you actually got immunity and you know ain't nothing gonna happen to you for talking crazy. I'm gonna land right there. Go ahead, Immortal.
Yeah, it's one of the two or both. It's one of the two. When you hear these people, I don't care who it is. This goes out to all friends and enemies. When I hear you out here speaking, talking about what you're gonna do, especially to other black people, man, you suspect to me. That's just me. Everybody else handle their business how they want to. But when I hear you getting all huffy with the rah rah and what you're gonna do to other people, no, no, that's not what this is about. This is your civic duty. If that's not your lane, then go get in your lane. Go get in your lane where that's what you do is harm black people. Go get in that lane because we can disagree. We don't have to deal with each other, all that kind of stuff. But go get in your lane. But uh, I just want to land where I came in at on this part because I have been avoiding this part because I don't want to push too many buttons. But so now when I went into a space and when I was in that space, right as he was asking me these questions, we were both in the space. He asking me questions um, about me laughing. What are you laughing for, Mortal? You just said fuck me. You finna block me too, block me back. You don't need me to build. Fuck me, all this. I'm like, good. Thank God this motherfucker don't never speak to me the fuck again. I don't never want shit else to do with this motherfucker again. Look at the Jumbotron. This nigga's above some of y'all pay grade. What articles you do? Look, these are good articles. Y'all ain't people who you fucking with, huh? As soon as I heard Uhuru, I was like, oh shit. He either game goofy and they done souped his head up, or that nigga, is got some sophisticated training. Let's put it like that. I never wanted shit to do with all that shit. So I'm in enough space. He snaps out on me over. I laughed because when he was in there talking, how you gonna be in the space talking, cussing me out in the background? So I started laughing as he was talking to let him know I'm laughing at you, cuz. And this little goofy shit you just texted me because he blocked me real quick so I couldn't respond. So I just laughed at him. You know, maybe that wasn't. Maybe it wasn't the. It's a time and a place for everything, and enough space wasn't the time or the place. And I've had to apologize to her for that. But I'm just telling you what happened. So now, ever since then, if I'm in the space, y'all seen it. A lot of y'all, I'm not going to go through all of the details like that, but I asked the little dude to go on about his business. The man is not who you think he is. He told you, he didn't tell you how long he been in there. Maybe he did. So, hey, like, hey, y'all can associate with whoever you want to. And I'm going to associate with who I want to. I don't associate them. You've been, see, I don't even move like that. You 10 years strong in the game. You 10 years in the game from 2010 to 2018, allegedly. And give me your comrades and this and that and this and that, allegedly. Nigga, you got holding all these titles. This nigga hold more than one title in them shit during his tenure there. And I ain't even gonna front. This nigga did some good work. When you talk about his writing, go read some of these articles. Look into the mind that you fucking with,
Ask
and
this question, Immortal. Ask this
ask
question.
yourself.
No, ask. I want them to ask this question. Now that you've been shining light on his articles, how long he been dealing with Tribe, and why have he been not dealing with us and putting out articles for reparations and for whoever got a platform? Why? Where is that work at?
Maybe
You
I'm
got
rambling
nah.
because
You
I was
ain't
getting.
rapping.
I'm
Nah,
gonna go
you
there.
ain't rapping.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. So that's what I'm leading up to. You 10 years strong in the game. You putting out all these great articles. Go read that man articles. Now I don't agree with all the Pan Africanism, but I'm talking about as a writer. Let me tell you something. Maybe this is why some of y'all don't understand me. I'll give you this, and then I'll move on. If you know yourself and you don't know your enemy, you're gonna lose half the time. If you know your enemy and you don't know yourself, you're gonna lose half the time. If you know yourself and you know your enemy, you're gonna be always victorious. Now, now learn y'all niggas learn me. Just cause I ain't up here calling them all out of his name, saying no, just cause I said he got good articles, learn from that. Words that like Conscious says, okay, so after 10 years strong in the game, something happened. I heard in the space he said he just broke up also with his boyfriend of 2 years. I didn't even know the nigga was gay. But
Me
obviously some of yeah, but some people did say they did. So I don't, I told you I wasn't paying this nigga no attention. So anyway, that's the questions I want to know now. Because now you made me start looking like, who is this dude now? Now I want to know who, because I got to know you now. Now I got to know who you are. So now I'm learning him. I'm learning him real well. And he's over a lot of y'all pay grades. I think you better go look at his body of work. I think you better start looking at the people he's associated with. And I'm not saying that they're criminals. I don't necessarily agree with the government's case against them. That maybe that's another topic. I don't necessarily agree with the government's case against Uhuru. I don't fuck with no Uhurus though, because I done already seen how that road go. That's that.
I
That's that.
think you got to slow down and explain to them the main reason why people that's really standing on Black American business don't mess with people like Uhuru and stuff like that, especially in our city where the international headquarters is. Because
Yeah,
we see here firsthand they're fully funded by Jews, fully
fully
funded
funded
by
by
Jews.
the same motherfuckers who be selling rocks undercover be in they uniforms. Oops. See, motherfuckers will get mad at me and want to kill me for saying it, but I just said it. Oops, I let it slip. You niggas, what you tripping off of, immortal? Nigga, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all. These niggas, I ain't saying everybody in the who is police, but they infiltrated from the top down. They took it over from the top down. You got some old head leaders that's in there being led around by their nose by people who were sent to them. Certain organizations are too infiltrated to fuck with. It's not an indictment on individuals necessarily. It's an indictment on the organization, just like we indict other organizations, legacy organizations. Well, here's another one. I don't fuck with them because they too oppy. They too they be having police in there. I just said I ain't gonna keep repeating it. I ain't gonna say that no more because you just heard it. It's recorded. Yeah. So that's how I'm looking at it. You could be anybody, dude. You could be anybody. You're not stupid as you paint yourself, as you present yourself to me. And now I'm wondering, you prolific with these motherfucker articles, cuz. Where was you when we was building a website to make an article? Show me an article that this nigga wrote in the last 5 years. You know what? Know your enemy. If a motherfucker can hang with you for 10 years, 18 years, and then flip on you because they ran into a few cats over the course of a nah. I don't like wishy-washy motherfuckers. I don't like flip-floppy shit. Stand on what you been standing on, nigga. Yeah, you don't fuck with Pan African no more. But what? Why you ain't writing articles? Why you ain't taking that same energy and putting it over here? Because that ain't what you here for. Cause that ain't what you here for. Just like Conscious say, nigga, you didn't resign, man. You didn't resign. You were inactive member in good standing. That's what you are, man. And that's my gut tell me not to fuck with niggas like you. I don't even have to go through all this and push all these buttons and shit. Do you think? Wait a minute. And people think somebody called me out the other day because I'm really trying to go around this shit. But when you start threatening me and shit, then I have to go towards the fray. You know, I don't run from a fight. unfortunately for me. So there's not this one either. So if you want to start threatening me, uh, veiled threats, because your little weak ass African juju don't work over here, family. It's the reason why we wear feathers over here, nigga. The weak ass African juju ain't running shit right here. Fuck around and get it back sevenfold. And I shouldn't have done that. I should have never said that. But anyway, that's your boy. That's your man's. Y'all make your own character judgments about the people who you want to fuck with. Please don't be mad at me for not fucking with him. He forced me to present all this information to you. Do I have to go? Do I have to go take a ride over to over on West Florissant and
I
start
mean,
talking to motherfuckers?
that may have already happened. You know
Do
what I'm
I have to?
saying?
No, I'm talking about me. I ain't went over there. I bet you I ain't went over there.
All I know is
But
I want this to be a cautionary tale, man. I'm sorry to cut you off. I just want this to be a cautionary tale because, as y'all well know, in these spaces, I used to be really loud, really brash. I ratcheted my shit down. I ratcheted my shit down. And the nigga had to just shout my um uh fucking name off the fucking rafters like I did something to you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really want this to be no back and forth or anybody that's sticking up for Sankofa. This ain't the space because you can't sit here and convince me that this nigga, after 10 years plus of being a high-ranking member, and he didn't smell something in the water. Uhuru got indicted last July, and now Ghazi, who I put in the jumbotron, somebody he was very close with, is indicted. He gonna talk. He gonna talk. Some niggas don't know Rico. He gonna talk. They gonna tell
he
him
gonna
you
talk
going to
about
jail
it.
regardless. Hmm?
He gonna talk about everybody.
He
He
gonna
gonna
talk
talk about
about everybody.
everybody.
He gonna talk about the tribe. He gonna talk what on guys. He gonna talk about everything he know and anybody that's in interest of the government that he spits names out. They coming to get him and they picking them up.
But
And
wait a
the
minute. Wait a minute.
the
You say why? You say why? Why him? Why Ted the Roman? Why they coming? Well, if you look at the indictment, it talks about Russian talking points in articles. Is this thing on? Look, I'm not gonna slow down for the. I'm not gonna. I'm not trying to be rude to nobody. I'm not that smart in a lot of different areas, but I'm not gonna slow down for the slow people on this. Motherfucker already threatened me. That's veiled threats. Ain't nobody know his weak ass juju that they done taught him some motherfuckers from Africa that don't know even know their history for real and taught him some weak ass juju. And you think I'm worried about that? No, I know that he's still a member in good standing. I know that it's they got a whole alderman over here. What happened after you, listen? Conscious took his alderman through two victories. First, the special election victory, right?
yep,
Second, second, the runoff, because whoever had the two with the highest votes were going to be the ones that contended against each other, right?
yep.
That's two victories, right on. Shout out to you. Um, After that second victory, what happened to your our candidate for alderman? What happened to her vehicle?
The next day after the primary, her windows got busted out of her car. She was getting threats, all kinds of threats, signs that we canvassed all throughout the city were getting pulled down and vandalized. We only lost about 150 votes, but we had some type of major machine working against us.
I turned on the news. I turned on the news. I turned on the news, and they got her standing there, but they didn't even mention. They put her on the news like she was just a regular citizen when she was cleaning up the when her tenure was in there and she did have the power to make some shit happen. All that shit that they come and dump in our city from other areas, all that shit y'all bring from the county, St. Louis niggas, y'all county niggas, pay your trash bill, pay your shit. All you cats on the outskirts or from the little rural areas, and you're dumping your shit, go pay your shit. All y'all from the Central West End who rehabbing them places over there, and then you come over to our shit and dump shit everywhere and blame us because the neighborhood look a certain type of way. It ain't no trash. Go up my block. Ain't no trash on the ground except for the trash that these motherfuckers been dumping is blowing everywhere. Get the fuck. Anyway, I'm saying, yeah. So somebody told me I was scared. Nigga, it ain't about me, nigga. That's just the starting point, nigga. We just had our reparations things yesterday, and at the same time, I got the what was his title? I didn't even know he had that one. Minister of propaganda. He was a minister of propaganda and agitation. This nigga's above some of y'all niggas pay grade. He ain't above mine though. I know what to do with little niggas like this, and I don't want to do it to him because y'all niggas love him. Some of y'all niggas love this dude. That's you. I ain't mad at you for loving him. Hey, you feel like he got turned over a new leaf. He worth something to you. You can have him. Don't come at me about this motherfucker, please, because it's some most sealed indictments. Don't. He swung on me. I tried to avoid his motherfucking ass. Don't grab me. They talking about articles and shit. Nigga ain't wrote an article in how long? Prolific. Why not? Shit, I would have paid this nigga for some to write some shit for us. I would have paid him to do that. Hey, put the shit in the wording and write a good article. Shit, I tried to write my little regular ass talent. I tried to write a hit piece on the people who wrote the hit piece on the pull up. This motherfucker sitting around know how to long time article writing journalist.
So hold on, pause. Let me ask a question. So if you know all of these people that you dealing with, that you run around the country for, stomping with, and you have a skill in the spirit of building, you're gonna offer that skill up very quickly, immediately. And you
That's not even the only organization this nigga is on. Cause that's not even the only organization that this nigga hold high titles in.
No, he has more titles, and I want he has titles, and for sure, what I know, what he told me out his mouth is he is an inactive propaganda and agitator, agitation minister of Uhuru in good standing. That's what he told me for a fact out of his mouth. Now he also told me, but I don't want to get incorrect. He was also part of a militant group. I'm gonna just say it like that because I'm not in here to fuck with other black people. See, but see, I'm the type of person, don't fucking kick my hornet's nest because y'all know I am one. I've been fucking quiet, and we get a nigga getting mad because somebody don't like him, and now he want to start shouting my name out like he got some type of fetish or something.
You was the catalyst for him to even gain any type of trust, and he flipped on you in less than 15 seconds. It didn't take. He would have no credit. None of these niggas would like him if it wasn't for you, man.
That's why I'm
Now,
so.
I ain't trying to come at you. I understand you. We stand on our shit. I don't. I had to come out for Darren, man. You was right about Darren 100% of the time. Don't think I'm coming at you. Got much respect for you. If it wasn't for certain people, including myself, we wouldn't have never wasted so much time dealing with Darren. So don't take this the wrong way. I stand on my shit. Everybody got to stand on their shit, and I'm glad to see you standing on your shit too. But I'm just saying, I'm making the point of this. It took him how long to flip on you, man? You was trying to, you was like holding, like, dude, just chill, man. Same thing I told you with Darren. You told me just chill on him, man. Like, let's see what it's gonna do, man. Let's give him a chance, man. I ain't you a good dude, man. All right, so this is what it is. So what the fuck it is? It ain't
I,
personal.
I made I made family unblock him. Then he got mad because he literally that day you and him got into it. He called me and said it's up and it's stuck with immortal. Blah 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 blah. And I was like, well, I'm not finna get in between both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? y'all handle that. And then I guess when I didn't come to his aid or didn't try to make Immortal unblock him, all of a sudden he just got into this little fetish. And then he started talking about fuck your alderman, your who run St. Louis. That sounds like a nigga that's posing like, oh, who run St. Louis, nigga? What? That sound like that's what that sound like to me. Like, nigga, I run your city. What? Y'all heard him say it in the space. Don't act like y'all didn't hear it. That nigga say, "Oh, who will run your city and fuck your alderman?" Oh, but you in Florida and you in St. Louis, where both of the major indictments came. Need to be worrying about who finna tell on your ass and need to go get quiet somewhere.
Maybe it's look. I don't know all the specifics. I've told you the facts that I know, but now I have to look at my psychological profile of how I'm looking at this motherfucker. Now, shit, you flip on a dime, motherfuckers that take up for you. You 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 mysteriously lead the organization of which you have high ranking in several more than one organization, but in this one you high ranking, you very influential. Cause I'm wondering what happened. What happened with that, man? Why you separate from them? Cause I've been in St. Louis a minute, but I do notice that the couple of years that I didn't from 26. Let me see, what was it? About 2015 to 20. Let's just say 2018. I ain't gonna give y'all the exact dates, but somewhere around in there. 'Cause I'm a couple of years in that frame. I was in Nashville, and when I came back, Uhuru had set their headquarters up here, and Darren Seals was dead.
Oh,
I left St. Louis for 2 years, and Darren Seals dies, and motherfucker Uhuru then posted up international headquarters in this motherfucker. Now, I know the history of Uhuru. I know where it started. I understand when it got infiltrated. I understand the whole history. I understand that it's a propaganda mill. I understand that a lot of good people do get caught up in that, but the good people kind of get in there and they figure out that it's a LGBTQ, people of color, um, uh, Jewish. Let me not say Jewish. White supremacist backed, funded type of activity. And once you start seeing stuff like that, and then you kind of got discernment, then you kind of just leave that alone. You don't stay in there for 10 years. No, you dedicated. You saw everything. So I'll start asking questions. I'm not making accusations, but when somebody goes through these great extents, you know, against me, and I ain't gonna even mention some of the other little behind the scenes things. We just told you about the alderman, but we ain't telling you. Some of you niggas gonna mention this shit, and I'm be like, how you know that? We ain't even say that. We never mentioned anything about that. So how did you know? I'm waiting on niggas to start running their mouth. So anyway, you nah, cuz I don't fuck with niggas like you. That's all. I ain't mad at nobody that fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. All that shit they taught you, um, how to do and how to get close to people, and how to manipulate people, how to do psychological evaluations of people. I know that too. Life taught me. I didn't have to go to, any type of Uhuru or any other organization. Life taught me. I learned the hard way through experience. And so, oh, when a person act like this is what they gonna. Oh, 99 times out of 10 they gonna be like this. And you begin, hey, you go around the sun enough times, shit start looking the same, man. So you looking like some of the motherfuckers I done seen before, and I just ain't gonna fuck with you. So I don't know, I know I'm gonna get run down. I know I'm gonna get talked bad about. I know they're gonna say, well, what you doing? What you doing? Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Anything that I'm doing that I want you to know, I'll motherfucking tell you. And anything that I'm doing that I don't want you to know, I'm not telling you shit. And when you start hanging in there like that, that's another thing that was wrong with Tellerone. He always so interested in what
no, no,
plans that we got going in St. Louis.
say his name right. The Uhuru Operative Sankofa. His name ain't Telleroni. He could change his at anytime he want. He kept his at as XO,
The,
which is Executive Officer Sankofa.
the
That's his.
minister. The
Look it up.
minister of propaganda and agitation always wanted to know what I got cooking. Because he
He
nigga,
tell
I
the
keep something cooking for my people. I keep something cooking. And no, I'm not telling all you niggas everything that I do. And no, I'm not gonna show you my motherfucking face because you asked me to. Nigga, keep watching. Start watching some of these motherfucking elections. Start doing something for your people and you'll see my motherfucking face. Start getting serious about your shit. Pulled up with Vino. You know what Vino did? Got in the car. After we left the cemetery, and then we went and got our things together, our instruments together, well, all that stuff together. And then on the way to on time, nigga, we was on time. But on the way, uh, he broke out and read some passages from two different books. And that's when I listened to this man right here, serious as fuck. Took care of us while we was there, like we do family when they come out of town for on family reunion. You took care of us while we was there. Looked out for us. So I recognize real. Nigga, and I don't fuck with this the minister of propaganda and agitation. I don't. Maybe he has turned over a new leaf. I said the same thing about Naheem. I'm gonna say the same thing about this nigga. I ain't even gonna start asking questions like, motherfucker, why did you leave? Is you the I'm not gonna ask questions like, are you the reason why these niggas are under indictment now? That's why you dipped and that's why you keep your distance. That's why you don't write articles no more. That's why you don't do this. Is that why? These are questions. These are not indictments against him. As a matter of fact, I don't think the government has a case against the um the melanated people because the niggas, a lot of them, most of them niggas ain't black. The melanated people who they got these charges against. Oh, that's a weak ass case. It's government. If you catch Russian spies over here and they supposed to check in, they didn't check in. They supposed to register themselves. And if they're gonna be down here talking about politics, doing anything in politics, you a foreign agent. You a KGB motherfucking agent. And United States got CIA agents. And when the CIA is in Moscow, they have to check in unless it's some fuck shit. And then your life is forfeit. We kill you if we catch you, right?
Hey,
Moscow
Mortal,
catch.
hold up. Mortal, hold
Hey,
on.
but maybe I'm getting too deep for you niggas because I maybe this some of this shit is above y'all pay grade. I'm gonna let Leon cook now, but gather my thoughts.
Nah, yeah. Conscious. There's some people that say they want proof. So, why don't you post a picture of the proofs up on the
well,
jumbotron?
what proof
Proof
do they
of
want?
what?
I ain't
Proof
been
of what?
I ain't been hold on.
Proof of what?
Hold on. I ain't been checking my DM, so maybe somebody been hitting me. But look, the burden of proof is on him. It's not on me. Now, I'm not finna sit here and waste my time telling y'all some shit y'all can look up for yourself. If I'm just a lying, crazy man who gets agitated because somebody start calling my name and I'm coming up with making up with lies, y'all run with that shit. Y'all run with that shit. Have fun with that shit. And I hope you don't be under the jail in Denver in Supermax when he sit here and tell everybody what y'all been doing and he agitating and trying to cut himself a deal. Run with that. I'm telling y'all where to look. I'm not. What proof do you want? Immortal been putting this shit all up in the jumbotron of him writing the articles for the Burning Spirit. Y'all see the nigga been changing moods through the he changing. Didn't nobody know didn't occur about his sexuality. Now this nigga is competing with Marcel. The Freemen got Marcel, the Democrats got Santana. Now we got the Uhuru Operative Sankofa, sassy man. Going
Sassy
off
girl.
of everybody.
But if they do want to see it, all they gotta do is go to your Twitter post. The picture is there. If y'all really want to see it, it's
Sir,
lock stock there. Just
I'm gonna
go
get
to the post.
Go
so
down my timeline. Go down
Yeah,
my
go to.
timeline. Look at the articles I've been posting. Go down. Look at the articles I've been posting. I ain't been posting Pan African articles because it's for my motherfucking health. And if you can't use your discernment, if your discernment tells you that everything is a-okay here, yeah, he was like this for 10 years, then he's mysteriously left. And after he left, now all of a sudden they got all these problems and all that. If your discernment says, hey, that's my man's, but I tell you what my discernment told me when I was in our sister space, and he snapped on me so hard, and I was like, "What is this dude? I've been avoiding this dude. What is this dude's not?" I said it in that space. I said this same thing. Yeah, to everybody who was quiet about it. Oh, something gonna happen to him. Moral. This and that. That nigga was livid. Uh, I said it in space. I said, yeah. Um, this same vitriol that he's visiting upon me, because I blocked him, it's coming to y'all. It's gonna come to y'all too. And I'll be damned if it didn't come to conscious. I'll be damned if it didn't come to some others. Y'all know who y'all are. That nigga that snapped on y'all in the last 48 hours. I'm not finna clout your name. You ain't asked to be in it, but I said it in the space. He gonna turn on you niggas. And it didn't take 2 weeks. He had turned on your motherfucking asses. He ain't done.
Let me
Let
hold on. Another thing too, we gotta understand what's the climate that we in. That's why I always do time check on y'all. It's 6:01 Eastern Standard Time, 5:01 Central Standard Time, 4:01 Mountain Standard Time, 3:01 Pacific Standard Time. Do you Black Americans know what time it is? Do y'all see who's been getting indicted? Did y'all see the indictment with Price? Do you see what they doing? Do y'all see that they don't even need to have no whole bunch of evidence? They just gotta say they heard you say you said something. And somebody want to get a deal that they got real evidence on, and you gone. Y'all don't know how this work. Y'all don't know how this agent provocateur bullshit work. It's the same game, and y'all do not understand that some people are sent and some people are opportunists.
Hey, look. I let me just get off of him right quick and take a larger view of what's actually going on with that hoo in the case and my take on it. I'm just gonna give you my take on it on that case. You have foreign agents, uh, allegedly at the KGB, um, and what they're doing is coming in, providing money, resources, and talking points. Um, Specifically through certain campaigns, political campaigns, specifically through certain written articles. Now, I'm just going to talk about myself right now. Oh, before I do that, so now you have this organization who I'm going to say, because I'm not going to take the side of the white supremacists against them. I'm going to say who are being targeted. The That's why I say stay out of white supremacist arguments. This whole communist versus capitalist is not your argument. It's not. Stop taking sides. Let them fight that. That is not your problem because you're under each system. Okay. But now, what the situation is, you got these foreign agents. They're supposed to check in. There's a law for that. You're supposed to check in, let us know what the fuck you're doing over here. Otherwise, we're gonna consider you being under, you on the job doing covert shit, and now we're gonna arrest you for that because you weren't supposed to be doing that. We got a law for that. Now, the people who they influenced are supposed to, and unless, well, let me just keep it going. The people who they influence, I want to believe that they are the victims of these operatives. You can't have had the training that they have had. You can't, in manipulation, and all these factors, even bribery, money that's being passed around. You can't have the training that they have. Maybe some of them was bought, but my whole general outlook on it is us as Americans, if you are a United States citizen, you're supposed to be able to say whatever the fuck you want to say. And I see them being um, targeted because of what they're saying. Yes, they was influenced by them cases. Well, it's the United States job to protect its citizens from those types of influences, but not punish them if you fall victim to those type of influences. Okay, that's just my legal stance on it. And they need to get them agents up out of here, them Russian agents up out of here, and then let the melanated people go. That's what I think. But that's just my personal take on it. The white supremacists, because it's all kind of Irish. The Irish Republican Army or whatever they are, the IRA. They over here. They all in New York fucking with the Irish over there. You ain't checking them. You got Chinese nationals flooding across the border on the south. You ain't in Chinatown trying to see which Chinese operative that is working with them.
And they had their own police stations.
You helping them. Every time any other ethnic group around here uh, get caught up with some foreign national, you cool with it. But now they get caught up with these people. Now, no, get the agents up out of here. Anything, but don't prosecute them because of things that they said, things that they wrote. That's my take on that. That ain't got shit to do with Teleroni in particular. But now I'm gonna tell you, now it's
Hey,
story time. Now it's story time. I'm gonna talk about myself. I'll give you a little fictional story about me. I ain't talking about nobody else, and I ain't putting no jackets on nobody else. I'm just telling you a fictional story about me. Oh yeah, I was in this particular organization for 10 years. Oh, I was prolific in my writing. Oh, I rose to all kinds of levels in the organization and all this. And something happened where I felt like I had to get the fuck away from these people. Maybe somebody came and talked to me. Somebody came and talked to me one day and say, look, I see some Russian money over here. I see some different things, and you are the minister of propaganda and agitation in my fictional story about myself. I'm the minister of propaganda and agitation. To say, well, now we need some information. Oh, I need you to start talking because we got you on this already. This ain't got nothing to do with who. We got you on this over here. So now, what can you tell me? What do you know? I need some dates. I need some times. All the dates and times that where I was at. So now, when that happens, oh shit, let me get out of let me just bag, let me just ease back. Let me just ease back because these some killers. Let's keep it real. Uhuru got some killers in there. I done already told you who some of their makeup is. They got some killers. Let's just ease back and let's just spice up the motherfucker fictional story and say let's just spice up the fictional story and say I'm gay. So I've been fucking some of these niggas up in here too. It ain't not like me and conscious as brothers, heterosexual brothers, soldiers at arms. No, I'm telling you a fictional story about a gay ass nigga who they fuck they brothers. What kind of incestuous mindset is that? That's just your comrade, your brothers, but y'all fucking okay. I don't even understand that, but hey, that ain't for me to understand, is it? I'm just telling you a fictional story, and it ain't gonna make no sense to those who don't have discernment. So if this don't make no sense to you, it's probably above your pay grade. Anyway, um, just say I'm fucking these niggas and all this shit, and I done spoke words about them to certain alphabets, and then let me ease back. Let me go find something else to do. Let me lay low a little bit. Let me just because I ain't worried about no indictment on me now because I done did what I was supposed to do. I told on my comrades. This is a fictional story to let you know how the mind of a mortal melanin works and nothing else. How I think about shit. Let me land it with this again. I'm gonna land it with kind of one of the things I started it with. If you know yourself and you don't know your enemy, half the time your enemy is gonna subdue you. Half the time you get into it. If you know your enemy and you don't know yourself, half the time your enemy is gonna put you under. They're gonna leave you defeated on the battlefield half the time. If you know yourself and you know your enemy, then you need not fear the results of 1,000 battles. You'll be all right every time. So, be careful who you fuck with. Be careful who you associate with. Um, Many of our legacy organizations, um, there are internal struggles. Let me give that. See, I'm giving y'all jewels that is above a lot of pay grades in here. Many of these legacy organizations, there are internal struggles. So let me give you like the NAACP. Ain't no internal struggle. They 100% co-opted along their internal struggle happened 70, 80 years ago. But it's other legacy organizations that are currently going through internal struggles. So don't think that everybody that's who is bad. Don't think that everybody that it's a lot of misguided people who don't understand that we have to take care of ourselves before we can cooperate with anyone. We have to be solid in our. We have to secure our tribe before we can, uh, 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 you know, pan with anyone. The people you want to pan with, they're gonna have to stop arguing amongst themselves. And it's a lot of people ain't figured that out yet. So just because a person pan African, but then now when you start getting in the way of what I'm doing for my people, my tribe, Black Americans, right here, when you start getting in the way of that, now now it's more than just a philosophical difference. You're actively working against me. So I'm not trying to put no blanket indictments on nobody. I've told you whole fictional stories just to tell you how my mind works. I've given you facts about people who you fuck with. So now, uh, I guess I guess what you got to say about it, Conscious?
What I want to say too is because being codified, when you're a codified individual, this happens. You know what I'm saying? When you don't disclose back channel information, when you don't post them into tweets, when you let stuff ride, when you let a person say something about you and you don't dispute it, you just let them go ahead on with that. You can seem a little like some people say you anti movement or whatever like that. They'll say like you ain't telling the same reason you having. You ain't telling me everything. Well, everything ain't for everybody. And I don't know why I was taught that a long time ago. Sometimes you don't get told shit for your own damn good, for your own safety. And for this whole issue to be gotten created because a person wasn't divulging information in the manner that they wanted it to be done, that says a lot right there. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and like I said, I don't like these type of spaces. That's why I haven't been running these type of spaces. I'm not no rundown no person or nothing like that. But I'm gonna sit here and tell the truth, especially when you start attacking me. I had the right to self-defense. And the stuff that this brother has talked to me about in privacy, he needs to really worry about himself and stop worrying about everybody else because he has divulged information about some high crimes. And
And
I'm
and
and
that's a
I'm
good
like,
look.
I'm
That's a
teasing.
good look that you ain't putting him out there like that. See, people think this is something personal. It's not personal. If it were personal, nigga, conscious unload a menagerie of facts that came out this nigga's mouth that'll send you running and screaming like you on fire from this nigga. But he ain't gonna do that because it was told to him in confidence that he is a human being. He is vulnerable in many ways, and that's why we don't. We just look. Really, this is just leave us alone. You talking who wants? I will go to the Uhu house and speak to some elders. Do you think I won't talk to some elders about certain behavior that you have? Go tell the elders about my behavior.
I'm no, but you know what? That
Tell them.
no, that's not the
Because
real
if they
ability.
don't already know me, they about to learn me. A lot of them already know. That's why they go the other way, and that's why I go my way. You see, ain't no G's up. Look, ain't no motherfucking G's over there in the Uhuru shit in St. Louis. Ain't no G's over there. Ain't no triple OGs over there. Not like the what I'm talking about. Ain't nobody over there that move like me. Niggas that move like me go let. Let me be quiet.
Hold on, but I just
Like, like me, they go
hold
their way, I go my way, and sometimes if it's sometimes you like this thing. I don't think the government should be. I think the government should get the foreign agents out, and if the melanated people did something, fuck with them on what they did. And freedom of speech ain't something that you should be. Everybody should be able to say fuck them. I love the minister of propaganda and agitation, and it don't matter if you with them a long time ago. And I don't care how he
on.
was acting before the pull-ups, all through the pull-ups, even now. I don't care how you acting. You got a right to feel that way. I'm not mad at you because you are still learning and growing, and some of this shit is above your pay. People who are talking like this, some of this shit above your pay grade. You really need to go back and study some more shit. You need to go read. You need to go read. Some of these spy novels that these people, true stories, not fiction. Go read some of these true. Go read um Confessions of an Economic Hitman, the first one and the second one.
Been talking
Go back
about
and read some of these,
telling me to read
go
that
back
book.
and read some of this shit. and try to kind of catch up. I need some of y'all to just kind of catch up. You got a rogue element. You got, as far as I'm concerned, questionable. I put him in the same category. Look, to me, he's just another zesty elite. He's just another Naheem. He's just another Sir Major. He's just another one to me. That's your man's. I got good people that will argue me down over Sir Major. Argue me down. Can't see what's been dead in front of your face. Okay, all right. This is maybe, but you have to have your own experience. So I just told y'all a little bit. I learned from experience. I'm not that smart. I just done shit, nigga. I live, at one part of my life, I was in the fast lane. I was moving around, moving
Hold
around a lot, see a
on,
lot
more,
of shit.
more.
So, and I took a lot
More.
of lumps. I took a lot of lumps, and I took a
Sometimes,
lot of L's, and I
more, my
learned.
brother. Sometimes people,
Y'all
man,
gonna have
have
to
to
learn too.
figure it out on their own, man.
Yep, yep.
I know you're trying to teach the children, but sometimes, man, they gotta figure the shit out on their own.
Now, hold on. We ain't gonna do that. I want y'all to listen to this because this is a detail that everybody knows, but maybe they didn't pay attention to. But when all of that stuff went on with the tribe and Tamora and Brother Malcolm Flex, you know what his first thing was told me that he was gonna do, and he probably told y'all, I'm gonna call they mosque. I'm gonna tell on them. Just like Immortal said he could do or may have already been done from his former organization that's only about 10 minutes away from my house. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I go over and make an offer they can't refuse.
But he,
Because
but he,
right is wrong is wrong, and I'm gonna be coming over there telling the truth, and then it is gonna, I'm gonna have to give. I make motherfuckers offer they can't refuse, and this is one of yours. And where has he been? So you don't want me to go over to the mosque and ask where has he been when all this was, what was going on when he left? You don't want me to start asking them no questions as they're under the pressure that they're under, do you, family? Leave me the fuck alone, man. Go on about your motherfucking business and leave Immortal alone, because are you what fucking with me? Uh, Tetheroni? That's a weird ass name. Tetheroni. You made that shit sound moistly delicious, didn't you? Tetheroni. You turned the word tether into a roni. Like, I don't know, man. That's a whole nother level. I can't even, I don't even want to go there. I don't even want to think like that. But anyway, uh, Tetheroni, you might be have received the training that you need to go over the heads of a lot of people and manipulate a lot of people and be whatever it is that you are to them. But I'm over your pay grade. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me the fuck alone. The karma that you have coming, I don't want nothing to do with it. I really don't want to be the cause of your karma. I really don't, because you really can't take it. The karma that comes back on you for fucking with me and I ain't did shit to you, man. You don't want that. That's bad. That's bad juju. Little player, leave me the fuck alone. Nigga, got me fucked up.
and like I
Shoot.
said, I want to keep on. Like I said, I'm gonna shut this down real quick. But like I said, this for posterity. This is on recorded. Like I said, I'm thank you for everybody that came in here to listen to this firsthand live. Y'all know that I ain't been doing spaces a lot, but this is some shit that needs to be handled because it's that is my spirituality. This is my personal belief that if I see some unrighteous activity and I turn a blind eye to it, I'm gonna have to be responsible for not warning. I'm not gonna get religious, but that's Ezekiel 3:16 through 21. Ain't no blood that finna be on me. Now I'ma warn y'all about this nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all need to do, point you in the right direction. And if you wanna go ahead, you go ahead. But it's off me now. It's off me. Anything that happened behind me or because of him or whatever, it's off me because I took responsibility for making y'all even trust the nigga. So I have to right the wrong because a lot of people didn't trust this nigga out the gate. And he found a way to ingratiate himself through me. So I was the weak link at that time because I was coordinating and trying to make everybody get along for the initiative of September. and he used that as a step ladder. Went around to pull-ups and made sure he was only on camera on our pull-ups. He didn't get on camera with Naheem and Rashad Singleton them. He didn't get on camera with Tariq pull-up, but every pull-up he showed that we put together, he made sure he was there on camera. Y'all gotta see how people move. Some people set people up. And I'm gonna tell you how I move. This is my personal experience. I didn't took time because I held my peace for niggas that went and turned around and snitched on other niggas. That's how my righteousness works. So this
I
nigga,
ain't never did no. Hey, look, I ain't never did no time, but I have fought cases for other niggas. Knew who did it. I didn't do it. Knew who did it. Wouldn't say shit. Fought the case. Could have went to jail. Wasn't gonna tell. Lucky for me, I learned a little bit about the law. Shit, how you gonna convey? You have no evidence because it wasn't me. So I won, but wouldn't tell. They tried to threaten me, all this kind of shit. So shout out to you, fam, because I already know what you're talking about.
so if we have to already sit here and fight a issue that was created by the minister of propaganda and agitation because we would not disclose information that he wanted how he wanted it. There you go. That's his job description, y'all. That's the nigga job description. Get information, then agitate. And what the fuck he been doing, y'all? That nigga shout niggas down in spaces. People tell him enough or beg him to be quiet and calm down. He won't do it. He'll steady cuss out. Vino try to have a space. We running down a motherfucker that's in the Philippines trying to tell us what to do over here. We running him down. He want to keep shifting the argument onto Immortal. Immortal wasn't even talking.
I didn't say a word. Hey, look, but that nigga lost his shit. I didn't even have to say a word. But look. He want everybody to feel sorry for him. He want to play the Karen. That is a Karen, boy. That boy a Karen. He want everybody to feel like somebody did something to him. I never did shit to him. He wanted all this. I was content to block him and pretend like he didn't exist. So it's on y'all
I,
now. Balls
and
in y'all to do what y'all want to do with your player. Don't harm him. Don't I don't want y'all to do him no physical harm, but I suggest that you watch out for yourselves. That's what y'all. That's my advice.
just be wary of people that have sat in certain positions for so long that they probably have certain habits and ways of moving, and you can't be dealing with a specific organization for over a decade, then turn on a dime, work with these other people, and instead of being patient and working your way up like you did with the other ones, you going in starting trouble, ginning up trouble, trying to run around and get into everybody's face, like you trying to fast track the rise or whatever, because you are executive officer Sankofa, right? That's your XO Sankofa, y'all. You can change your act, y'all. He don't
He
have to
be
continue
he be
using
laughing at niggas, man.
use
He be laughing at niggas.
No, I'm just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm almost done with this shit. Like I said, I'm just, don't come me. Leave me the fuck alone. I got real shit to do here. I do real shit to do here. Don't nobody support none of my real initiatives, maybe in spirit. I don't even get retweets. When I was out in the cold getting frostbite, putting out hand bills for my alderman, I didn't get one retweet. I didn't get one retweet. I know who retweets my shit. I know who watches me, and thank you to everybody that does.
I
But
retweeted it, man. Damn.
yeah, I think you may have, like I said, I get so used to people that look that don't support. I don't even care no more because at the end of the day, everybody fly over here and everybody want to keep running with, oh, you dusty, oh this or oh that. I know this dusty nigga sure keep his blue check. I know
Yo,
this.
do you know? Yo, you notice that every 3 to 6 months we go through this shit every time. Every time, gotta have a space. Gotta run somebody down because they've been acting. I don't know, not in the best interest of their people. It seems like every 3 to 6 months we doing the same shit. That's a pattern, y'all. That's
It's
a
a
pattern.
It's a pattern. And see, this is what y'all don't understand too. Twitter Spaces, this social media, this is like the testing ground for what the fuck gonna happen in the real world. That's why we've been talking about reparations for a whole year. They put the more mayor shit together while we was putting the pull-ups together, and I try to tell y'all. Now all of these mayors in all of these cities are putting together commissions to give y'all Evanston, Illinois reparations, which means housing vouchers, rebuilt schools, and free daycare. They ain't trying to give y'all niggas shit. And we letting people run around here get mad, have personal beefs, and call out people and try to say, what you doing? What you doing? Why you won't tell me nothing? Agitators. I want all y'all to pay attention to what's going on in your city. This, up to President Biden's reelection, is a crucial time, and they're trying to keep us distracted. All of these indictments, they're trying to scare people. They want to get people off the block. They don't want people talking no more. They don't want people communicating. They keep seeing all these people show up in California. It's scaring them. They're knowing what they're saying. They don't even know. That's why it's a testing ground. They want to see, do any more people like that's in California showing up? Are they gonna show up in the rest of the country? They trying to gauge numbers. Y'all don't know war. They want to see who show up. How many people gonna show up saying we want cash payments and land? We don't want no fucking daycare assistance. We don't want no fucking food stamps. We don't want no fucking vouchers. Because that's what the fuck they gonna give y'all if we keep sitting here arguing with each other over dumb shit and letting people get off the rails and sit here get off code and be divulging information that they don't need to divulge, or asking for shit they don't need to do, or not sharing their gifts the way they supposed to. It's plenty of people that got platforms on YouTube, .coms, like Chef got his thing, all of that. Why Buddy ain't try to go holler at Chef and say, hey, I got this, and that. Nah, he running around fucking with all the fuck shit. Needs to be worried about St. Petersburg, Florida, and St. Louis, and who's telling what out of there, like your buddy, like his buddy Ghazi. Because we don't even know who his lover was. That may have been his lover. I'm just being conjecture right now. This nigga is telling on everybody. And a person that was writing articles and telling everybody what it is and how we're gonna do it, they're probably a pretty person of interest, what they call in law enforcement circles. So this shit is not can stop all that togetherness and we all cool. And I'm not trying to do that's great and gravy and I love it. But we can't sit here and let snakes keep sliding through. And then once they get bit, everybody be like, "Oh, we should have listened to you." Well, you gonna die now. I told you the motherfucker was a rattlesnake. But like I said, once I tell you and you don't listen, I'm done. I'm good. And that's what the more we trying to say. We don't have to walk y'all through this. What if we ain't around to tell y'all exactly everything? Y'all gotta learn how to get down to the bottom of the shit or see the shit for yourself. And like I say, some people just stay the fuck out of it because it ain't your lane. As long as it ain't bothering all around Black American business, I'm trying to stay the fuck out of it. But when you get niggas that just is mad because I mean, look this, another thing too. We ain't all that hot on Marcel, right? But at the same time, he is for reparations. That nigga couldn't wait to go after Marcel. Couldn't wait. Couldn't wait. Everybody that and the only reason why he didn't came from immortal because he thought he was vulnerable because he heard a chattering a space where people was cussing and going at each other a little bit, and he thought that was prime opportunity. Opportunity. Let me keep the split going. I think the last space we was in, fucking Seer, said Immortal said something about a book. That nigga got highly pissed. What you listen to that old nigga for? And all the ageism need to stop. If a motherfucker want to call me old, I'm gonna call you a faggot. How about that? That niggas need to quit with that shit. All this is bullshit. I'm tired of being, and see, like I said, everybody want to do that uncle drunk uncle shit. I'm the uncle don't nobody like, but everybody know why they don't fucking play with them. That's the uncle I am. I'm the uncle that I'm cool. Don't fuck with me. When I walk into the motherfucking family room, my burner in my waist and my fifth in my hand, you bet not say nothing out of pocket. That's the uncle I am. So this recorded. I outlined the beginning and what exactly how he came into the spaces disruptive. He came. I'm gonna revisit this right now because like I said, I'm about to shut this down. I got other shit to do. He came into the spaces in August after seeing us organize pull-ups. He was not allowed to pull up with anyone. He disrupted Sister Yaya's Sunday service, crying about marooned OG blocking him because he didn't trust him. And he was in Baltimore, and Maroon OG was in Baltimore, and he wanted to pull up so bad. This nigga called. I reached out to him, gave my phone number. We start talking. I start talking to Maroon OG. I got him to unblock him, and then they start working. And then on his pull up, I'm the first nigga he called when Maroon was coming running late. These are all Snapple Apple facts. And ever since then, he's been systematically cozying up certain people, stoking division with other people, pretending to be peacemaker with other people, gathering information, running down in other certain people's faces. He went from living in Baltimore to now he back in Florida where the action is, where, as he thinks, unless he was summoned to come back to Florida to stay out of trouble because the paperwork was coming. Who knows? I find it really coincidental how he ran down there to get up with KD and Mel and them, and I don't believe he was in none of that or talks of what they were doing. I know stuff
Hey,
like I just because I don't speak on it don't mean I don't know.
hey, fam, like you said, it's a whole lot of things that was said in private communication, and I know that you standing on your square about, and I do too, about not, you know, making private communications public, even if you fall out with the person later. That's just that's lame. So uh, some of this stuff, man, I think we done gave them what they need to know to go on. Some of them ain't gonna get it, man. Some of them is with it. Some ain't gonna get it, and some of them is with it. But what we ain't gonna do is keep on, entertaining no nonsense, man. The dude, because if you keep messing with me, then we're gonna evil who, and then we're going to go to some of these other organizations that he's high ranking in and holding high titles in. You see, then I just go on to that, and we'll see what pops up then. I ain't even pushed them buttons. So yeah, man, some people
It,
ain't gonna be.
no, I'm just saying it's a natural order to things, y'all. You know what I'm saying? In good faith, if I leave an organization I've been with for 10 years, I ain't gonna sit here and continue to I ain't gonna sit here and try to agitate and cause problems with these new set of people that I'm dealing with. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit here and be humble and quiet, just like how I did when I first come in tribe spaces when after the 30K whatever. I came in there, spoke my piece, dropped down. I ain't coming here causing trouble with motherfuckers. Everything really, literally, only went a little sideways after people start getting stressed out from the workplace situation of the pull-ups. But other than that, everything really still Gucci. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Mortal dropped off. Yeah, I was cutting him off a little bit, but like we've been beating this horse dead for a little minute. Personally, between me and him, we debated on if we want to give enough time or anything to this stupid shit. Because any nigga that has a problem with me, I'm very easy to find. Very easy to find. You can everybody can know how to do everything else. Motherfuckers know how to dox and do all that. I'm very easy to find. And I sure don't see why. And another thing I gotta say this to y'all. I know he got into a space and said he was at Darren Seal's funeral, but as many times as me and him talked, he never said that to me. So I'm thinking he lying. Because if that's but and I'm from Ferguson. So if you was really here, you was really doing this and that, I'm pretty sure we would have crossed paths. Or I would have heard from you. But I'm kind of street or whatever like that. But yeah, he was at Darren Seal's funeral. Wow, that's interesting. That's very interesting. People always want to put the brother name in their mouth when they want to go to St. Louis Ferguson. April kept doing that weird ass shit too. But then when I start trying to pull files and ask you who you know, where you know, what street, what's this, what's that, motherfuckers start the that's all folks like Porky Pig shit. So like I said, I didn't want like I said, this wasn't no go back and forth with nigga. This wasn't no defend this nigga. This was later shit on the table for the family. Y'all take it how y'all want to take it. Y'all leave it where y'all want to leave it or whatever. Best believe if I'm in the space with him, he already blocked. I don't care to address him. And if y'all heard that nigga shouting off the stage at me because he see me in there, he gonna be shouting like a crazy madman to nothing, to air. Cause I don't respond to lesser beings. So, like I said, I'm not finna keep going in on this shit. This has been on about an hour and a half. I know people got short attention spans, but the meat is at the beginning through the middle, and we laid it out, told y'all who he is. This who this man is. Tetheroni, Blue Pack, whatever he want to call himself, Dr. Florida Water, the Uhuru Operative Sankofa Minister of Propaganda and Agitation, who has his membership in stasis, meaning he is in good standing. He did not drop out. He did not resign. He did not disavow them. So y'all, that's what I'm saying. Now, are we locking on some Pan Africans? That's on y'all. I'm not doing. And
Especially, yo,
then
conscious, especially from some of the people who are dead set dead. Yeah, I heard them in spaces today. We ain't fuck with no Pan Africans. But you had one in your midst. I don't know. Or allegedly, I'm sorry. I'll rephrase. Allegedly in your midst. But I don't
showing up to pull-ups ain't gonna showing up to 4-5 pull-ups ain't gonna prove to me that you didn't change your allegiance or you doing something. It take much more work than that. While people sitting here crying out the spaces, what you doing? What work you doing? Nah, showing up for 4-5 pull-ups and cozying up to people and getting people phone numbers and having back channel whisper campaigns. That's not work. That's not proving nothing to me that other than you doing good at your job being the minister of propaganda and agitation. And like I said, I'm gonna say this again. I'm gonna close this on out. Any person that feels comfortable enough to threaten people's life, family, or bodily harm without the fear of repercussion is an agent. You an agent or you a dummy? All of this should be recorded. All it can get pulled. Every state I know, they have two things. They have simple battery. They have terroristic threats and they have fourth degree assault. All of that is assaulting people with words. Some of them misdemeanors, some of them felonies. But at the end of the day, anyone talking crazy to you, calling you names in the space, trying to bait you, trying to make you call them out their name, trying to make you cuss them out, threaten them, they are trying to build a case. So, like I said, I'm letting this go. Now, y'all love the man. Y'all done loved on a lot of people that's weird. Shit, that's on y'all. I never was a Tariq fan. Everybody was loved him, but now look where he at and look where he at. Every people was came for Naheem. Now look where he at. You still got him certain. Look where they at. We seen a lot of people come in and out of these spaces, get ran down, ran off, burned down, burnt up. So yeah, I hope y'all get it. I hope y'all get it, man. Like I said, this ain't nothing personal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who you are, Calvin. Please, you say you follow me. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. I'm gonna take this question. What's up, man? I'm gonna give you a request because I'm about to shut it down anyway. What's up, man?
Now I was just asking, cause I was in a space I think like 2 days ago, and I think last motherfucker left kicked me out. I was trying to see why he kicked me out the room. I was just trying to listen, and get some education. That's all.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. And that's kind of the problem that we've been having is that some people they get blocked for whatever people, because these people, that's their personal accounts, they can block whoever they want to block. And I don't know about the room situation like that, but this is what caused this situation where the Uhuru guy is sitting here causing problems, you know. So like I said, if you came in here to ask why last one left blocked you, this ain't the one. You know, we ain't caring about that. Like, people get out their fucking feelings. You get blocked for a specific reason. Some people get blocked because they don't want you seeing their content. Some people get blocked because they can't handle seeing your shit because they know they're getting subbed. Some people block just because they just don't like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It don't even fucking matter. I had to learn to get over that shit. But some motherfuckers block me without a cause. Man, like anybody that's about they salt, you didn't got blocked by your vet Carnell and she don't even fucking know you. So all that you block me and why you block me and can you get them unblock me? If it's a build or something like that and people at co-hosts and shit like that, a lot of people oblige and take the blocks down or get down off a co-host or whatever like that. But because a nigga blocked me, I'm gonna act like this. That's why we here. That's why we talking about the Uhuru Operative Sankofa, the Minister of Propaganda and Agitation. He got blocked and didn't like it. And didn't like it. Didn't get all the information he wanted. He didn't like it. He didn't like it. He got in his feelings. And so I don't know. He needs to and then all that projection that he does, everybody, I don't know what to tell you, but what universe Twilight Zone are we in where a homosexual calls two other men homosexual as like down talk? Like that's how he called himself going in on me in the morning. Y'all gay. Nigga, you gay. What is you talking about? Is you mad because Marcel ain't clap your booty cheeks, nigga? Like what? So I'm done, man, because I'm starting to get a little too frisky. I'm gonna say some shit I don't need to say. So yeah, y'all. Thanks for coming in here. Like I said, this shit did it. People that got my phone number on the back end or the back channel, you want to holler at me, I'll holler at you, but I'm not finna blast family business on the space. You know, I don't want nobody going to jail. All I do just want y'all to start asking them specific questions. You know, why are you causing so much issue? Why did you leave Uhuru? Why did you not resignate from Uhuru? Why are you still a good member in good standing? Why were you in Atlanta getting your head tied up and put in cars and back and took to places where they human traffic women? Why were you doing that? Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, Buddy been in all that. Buddy been in all that. So he probably knows some of y'all family members that was getting human traffic down in Atlanta. What is that what he working off? Hmm. Hmm. So I ain't casting aspersions. I'm just asking questions. Why all of a sudden I'm the focus of your whole world, me and Immortal, and why your who daddy just got indicted? What are you trying to do? What you want me to threaten you over space so they can come knock on my door? So I'm gonna shut. Hold on. Here, Immortal, go ahead. I'm like I said, it's 2 hours is really the cap because like I said, this is far as I'm gonna go with. But I'll just put it out there. This y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, thank y'all for coming in here. Everybody that know me, that ain't blocked, that talk to me, that got my phone number, call me. I'll bring you in or on the back channel or whatever. If you deal with me, I'll let you know the real shit. Cause if he don't shut the fuck up, he need to shut the fuck up. Go ahead, Immortal.
I'll say, yeah, that's good advice. Shut the fuck up, man. Go on about your business. Go on about your business. You don't need me to do nothing you want to do. You don't. So getting mad because I don't mess with you is ridiculous. It don't even make sense. You don't need me to. If you were truly, I'm telling you, like just like I told Naheem, if I'm wrong about you, time will tell. And the way time will tell is because you're going to do something constructive. You're going to do something that's needed. People are going to look around and say, "Well, damn, Tetheroney was right." And if that don't happen, or if you don't leave me the hell alone, then I was correct. There's too much fuck shit around you, man.
And it's a lot of
From
details, y'all. Immortal, dude, was you talking? I thought you had went out in the matrix for a minute.
say maybe not when it's unrecorded, and then then maybe you pass some mics and somebody say we might need to pass some mics or something. I don't know. I don't know what you I I don't know what you could say to what I've just told you that makes any sense. I don't even know how you're gonna argue. I've already conceded maybe I could be wrong. Well, let's see. I'm gonna be over here and y'all be over there with you. I'm gonna see how that treats you. Just like how it treated motherfucker who was running with Naheem. He was never sincere. So y'all go ahead with that. But if you do divulge certain things, then just go ahead and do it in a unrecorded space or whatever. Because I
Yeah,
really is not trying to. I'm not trying to. I'm really not trying to put information out there that'll cause him harm. You know, I'm really not trying to do that. So, because you know, you get to saying what you know, and then next thing you know, some people be mad at him that it used to be his friends. Them same who be running after him. You know, who get to saying too many, all this. So that's not the point. The point is going about your business, cuz little dude. You a little dude to me. You a little loke. We used to call you little cats like you little lokes. And when I would go to Gary, they would call you little bugs. Go on, man. Little Thundercat. Go on, man. About your business, man.
yeah, he needs to go ahead about his business. And like I said, I'm being real. I mean, like, I really could really be like really cooking on him. I don't get no joy out of fucking with other black people. I really don't. I have to do it like I said, always out for self defense. I enjoy. We ain't had a good white supremacist cookout on a nigga in the space in so long. Like I'm tired. I'm waiting for that day. I want to cook on them. Like I'm tired of cooking on we. Why we cooking on each other? Let's cook on them. Let's have them come into space and have them explain why we ain't supposed to get reparations so we can go in on their ass. Talk about how many licenses they related to. How much percentage DNA cave do they got in them compared to us? Like, let's talk about that. Let's talk about, you know what I'm saying? But no, you got to remember, Uhuru gets funded by people that say reparations for all Africans. Uhuru says reparations for Africans. They don't say reparations for Black Americans. I got shit up in the jumbotron. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, I don't
Oh,
advocate.
conscious. But no, he ain't with them no more. He with us now. He was with them a whole decade, and he been with us 9 months, and he for us now. Conscious, you can't say because he was with boo hoo, boo hoo, boo hoo.
Let me ask somebody. Do any of y'all have anybody ever belonged to any? Now, have anybody had a job before? Do y'all know what a fucking probation period is? Like any type of organization, they don't just let you in and open up the books and let you come into all the secret chambers. You gotta earn your shit. And this nigga got mad because we wouldn't open him up and let him up into the secret chamber just because he went to 4-5 pull-ups. Nah, nigga, it's probationary period. The prospects in biker gangs got to be prospect for a year. No bullshit. And you're gonna do everything everybody say that preceded you. End of discussion. You're not gonna sit here and try to start demanding information and telling people what you gonna do and calling out motherfuckers that's been doing shit before you was even around because you was around doing some other bullshit. There's an order of operations in these streets. The Twitter streets and the real streets. So if niggas want to sit here and get mad because I want to sit here and tell you my whole game plan so you can feed it to somebody that don't fuck with me because he did that already, and I let that slide. Some of my organizational things which I don't divulge on Twitter Spaces because I got my hand in real organizations. When I start talking about it, takes my idea, runs with it, and takes it to people that don't fuck with me. But the thing about it is, when I figure out that happened, I cut the sauce off, I cut the water off, or I didn't tell them my method of what I'm doing or how I'm doing it, and now motherfuckers stuck. They don't know how is he organizing this? What is he doing? What is the method? And mad because Immortal right there with me, and we doing this. And because we want to sit here and tell them, oh, we do XYZ, this is where we meet, this is what
Hey
we
man,
do
you
every.
remember that? Hey, you remember that? I called. I say, why I just hear uh minister of public. I ain't call him this at the time, but I said, why I just hear the minister of propaganda and education in a space shopping our idea around to other people. People that got us blocked. I said, why I hear him shopping that idea around? And then sure enough, I saw that little thing he just started. I said, there you go. I said, well, you know, that's where it go. But yeah, I remember that, man. I was like, and that's why he wanted to know so much. Like, no, nigga, tell you nothing. Mad in the motherfucker. Boy was mad. Boy.
Peep the finesse. Yeah, yeah, it's like three car Monty. It just seems like the I don't know. People today don't know what three car Monty is. I don't even want to explain it.
Yeah, the ball, the three card money, or you want to say find the ball under the red cup, whatever you can recognize with. Yeah, but yeah, nah, you know what? Let me close it out with this information since I teased y'all with it. So we all know all of these task force are popping up around the country, right? See how I keep it on business still and work. Okay, so anyway, me, Mr. Sankofa, was talking about how we need to start forming. And see, this was Immortal's idea. He was highly pissed at me for this. Said we need to form our own task force, our own civilian task force oversight committees. So I said it to him, you know what I'm saying? Instead of saying how we gonna work together as a whole, oh well, I'm only doing it here with these people. After he got the idea and took the idea to somebody that blocked me, that refused to work with me, but right at the pull-ups, which I'm not gonna revisit that. Same person that gets in the space and cries about DJ L not coming to their pull-up, but barred me and Immortal from it. Now I'm gonna leave it there. Shop that idea to a person that ain't gonna do nothing but sit on the space and talk and don't make sense half the time. And then when I asked him about it, why you tell that day, why did you divulge that personal conversation? I asked Minister of Operations, the Uhuru Operative Sankofa Minister of Propaganda and Agitation. I asked him, I said, why did you discuss what me and you discussed on our organization, how we gonna organize to try to get these reparations before we have it all the way together? Why did you shop that idea? How you know? That's what he didn't say my bad. That nigga said, how you know that I
Yeah.
did that?
That nigga said, how did you know? That nigga said, how did you know?
Not my
Wow.
not my bad. I'm sorry for telling a conversation and an idea and a brainstorming conversation where we was trying to build. Not my bad. I shouldn't have said that. But how did you know that I said that? I'm a snake ass nigga, so I'm gonna talk behind your back. And if you heard, who told you I said it? That's
I
all he
told,
with.
I told Conscious because I was sitting in this place and he was like, hey, so and so, why don't we just do this? Yeah, we'll just do this and we'll do that. I said, God damn it. I called Conscious. Hey, that's my little brother right there. Hey, but we be holding it down, man. And we be iron sharpening iron and sometimes we don't agree, but you see, he don't agree with me on a lot of stuff. Do you see him out here mistreating me, wishing me harm and death? No, because we got the same ultimate goal. So if you disagree with me, but we got the same ultimate goal, then I don't expect a lot of vitriol from you, especially people who I've done nothing to. I don't expect no vitriol, you know. Oh, but no, he done changed. He better now. Well, based on what I'm hearing now, based on what I'm hearing tonight, motherfucker really didn't trust his ass coming into the pool. I was like, wait a minute, this nigga moving weird, he look funny. looking weird.
Nigga straight up like the nigga had to make it good for him to walk through the door. And
Had
then
to
he like,
make
hey, I'm gonna slam the door on your ass after you let me in. I'm gonna push you out the door on the house you built. I'm gonna kick you out the door and then I'm gonna try to slander you and talk shit to you and talk shit about you and come up with lies. Like
that nigga.
this is crazy. I don't understand. I don't understand it. And what's up with the money shame and shit with people? You know what I'm saying? Like what,
Oh,
is,
that's that boule niggas. See. Oh, let's cook. That's the boule in some of these niggas. See, Black America is just 40% poor, but 60% of us is now the very top percent of us. I wouldn't do the very, let's say, the top 5% of wealth among Black Americans in this country. I personally would never sell my soul and do those things to amass those riches. I am wealthy in things that they can only envy, that they do envy. I mean, I know a lot of millionaires and like you got your family, you close to your people, you this, that, you know, I'm like, yeah, why you ain't? Help your people? Nah,
so you know what I'm saying? Let's wake that up, man. Let's wake that up. Like the money shaming thing, y'all got to start recognizing white supremacy tactics too. That's the
yeah, yeah.
that's a white.
So
Are
that
you dusty? That's all they can say about a nigga. They can't say nothing about my integrity. All the nigga can do is try to go in about a nigga dusty and broke that they don't even really fucking know.
I could care less what a person with a whole lot of money and no integrity say about me. That's it. That's it. Especially since I know if I had, if I didn't have the integrity that I have, I could redline myself into a nice little fortune with the trades that I'm an expert in. I just wouldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't. I want to be able to look in the mirror, you know. So when if I'm in the real estate and I refuse to redline, I'll purchase help you purchase a house wherever you want to live. And if they put a roadblock in front of us, I'm the one. You got the right real estate agent because I specialize in shit like that. I'll put in the extra work. It ain't worth it to a lot of these agents to fight for y'all to get a house. It was worth it to me. It ain't worth it to a lot of these insurance agents to make sure you get the best rates that you can possibly get. It ain't worth it to them to take the time to teach you how to make sure that everything's in order in case you have to file a claim. It ain't worth it to them. They'd rather just get the bonus. It's a whole lot of shit. That's just a couple of the things. There's a lot of shit I could have did and didn't do. So don't come at me with the dusty. I wouldn't be dusty, quote unquote. I wouldn't be poor. Except in the 2008, everybody motherfucker property values went down, and when the shit bounced back, the black neighborhoods didn't bounce back. Tens of dollars stolen from not just me and my family, millions of black Americans across the country. So all that you dusty, hey, if you holding on to a couple of dollars, God bless you. God bless you. And for those of us who have to get out here and get it out the dirt and get it out the mud, and we still working for our living, God bless you too. Don't never let nobody shame you because of so much was stolen from you. That's why we fighting for reparations. You rich in the motherfuckers that give you what they owe you. So don't ever never let nobody, not even your own people, you know, shame you if you are not rich. See, fuck that
It's
shit.
easy for you to thank people when you get paid, when you got a payroll from Uhuru and all they supporters that happen to be unmelanated. It's easy to shame a nigga when you can fly around and move all around the country because you get a stipend.
It's easy to get on here and threaten people because you know you got a lawyer of a certain ethnic Caucasian ethnic group that'll eat the case like waffles for pro bono. It's easy to do that, ain't it? It's funny to me, man. I think unless we're gonna go ahead and push the other button, we pushed the green button on his ass. We didn't even push the red button.
Yeah,
Push the
we
green.
Hey, we ain't pushed the green. We pushed the green, but we just put it on go because he opened up the case. He kicked the hornet's nest. So, nah, this is fair warning. I hope
Yes.
somebody. I hope he listened to it on the recorded when on his other listener while he unblocked and all of that. Stay the fuck away from me. Keep my name out your mouth. Immortal could speak for himself, and you damn sure don't want to come to St. Louis. Outlaw
Not
Media
on
out.
that. Not on that shit. As a matter of fact, I tell you what. Since you putting up the border, you know how we feel about them bridges, about you coming across that bridge. So I'm put it like this: check in with who, man. Just check in. I ain't gonna ban you from St. Louis, but you gotta check in because you better check in with somebody. Check in with a who, and then I'm gonna holler, and then we'll make sure that you are unharmed in St. Louis. But you better check in, nigga, because I can't hold all these niggas. See, there's a whole lot of St. Louis niggas know what I know, and they don't fuck with Twitter. I'm peaceful. I say you don't harm me, but everybody don't listen to me. So go fuck with a Uhuru, man, and tell them I'm coming to town and put me up at the Uhuru house like you did before. You know they got the house over there specifically for people who travel around like you. They got them all. They got safe houses all over the country. So tell them, you know, don't stay at the hotel, cuz listen, don't go to the these little niggas. These niggas young. They don't listen to me. Check in, man. Just check in. That's all. There ain't no threat. That's advice. That's just some good advice for you. Check in with your people for when you come here, because that's who fucks with you around here. So you better get with them.
So yeah, I got bigger, better things to do. Like I said, that was it, y'all. 2 hours re-recorded. Some other spaces going on. I didn't give a few people mics in here because I didn't want them to get caught up in any kind of mess. Out of respect. So, like I said, y'all be easy. Love y'all. Keep the faith. Just watch out for these motherfucking snakes. 7:02 Eastern Standard Time, 6:02 Central Standard Time, 5:02 Mountain Standard Time, 4:02 Pacific Standard Time. Outlaw Media. Y'all have a great evening, cause I sure will. Peace.